Good morning. This is Mark Bruno, editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report. It is Friday, which means we're here with Frank for Fridays with Frank. So Frank, I think you told me tariffs are on your mind today. So let's hear what you have to say about the tariff situation.
You're absolutely right. This comes from Bill Frazier from Frazier AIS. Bill is a long time. He is one of our charter subscribers going back to 1982. And thank you, Bill, for the years of support that you've given us. You've always been there for us. And I love your emails and the comments that you make to us. It's very, very helpful. So you posed the question about the tariffs. It's a tough subject, but let's just cut right to the chase. We all have to understand you've got to look at the history. Now, if you look at the history, Herbert Hoover was president. He was our 31st president from 1929 to 1933. Now, we all know in 1929 is when the Depression started. And one of the first things that was hit was the agricultural industry. For whatever reason, they were, well, maybe because 1/3 of the population wasn't working and they weren't eating. That could have been a good cause. So it was just a very, very tough time. But the tariff was meant to protect the farmers. So what Hoover did wasn't so crazy. He was just trying to protect a very important group of people in our country. But he went about it the wrong way. And what happened was that it was called the Smoot-Hawley Act, and that raised costs of 20,000 different articles, goods, you name it, and put taxes on tariffs or taxes, 25% of all U.S. imports. What happened was those countries where we levied the tariffs did the same thing to us, and it destroyed the global economy because nobody was talking to each other then. When Roosevelt became president at the end of Hoover's term, he was our 32nd president in 1932. One of the first things he did was he renegotiated the Tariff Act. And things started to get a little bit better and back to normal simply because they were talking to each other and saying, look, we want to protect this industry, you want to protect that one, let's come together and have some understanding. And it was difficult. It wasn't easy to do, but it was done. So the message from that is, yes, our president has said we're going to levy these tariffs. That he didn't say he wasn't going to negotiate going forward. As long as he negotiates going forward, so brings everybody back and says, okay, let's take a look. Let's not worry about anything happening that's going to be catastrophic, because I think so many people are concerned of what the tariffs are going to do, particularly with the Chinese products, and in our industry, what it'll do to the price of toner. So that is very, very significant, and it's good to be aware of. But we're not done yet in this whole thing. We've got to see how it plays out. And some things are being said that I think are very, very foolish. People get upset and angry, and I'm hearing the term manufacturers have to suck it up. What, give me a break. We're all in this together. Manufacturers can't just readily absorb taxes placed on their products like that, which are designed to decrease the consumption of them in an individual company. And especially in our industry, they're substances, they're materials, they're all kinds of materials that are generic to China. So we need those materials to produce a lot of the products we have. And in some cases, we get it in finished products. In some cases, we just get it in the raw materials. one of the reasons that I believe our president negotiated with the Ukraine, we're going to continue to support you in your war against Russia, but we want something back in return, and we want the right to your minerals. And that's what that is all about, to compensate what China has, because we don't have anything like that. So just stay cool, and let's obviously follow this closely and see what goes on. And let's forget this suck it up nonsense. We're all in this together. Manufacturers don't make it and aren't making their profit. How can they invest in the business?